almost unchain him for the game and then let him – he's on your staff. Maybe somebody you got to take shackles off of. You got to do something. Because I'm going to tell you right now, the way this thing was called today, that dog ain't going to hunt. Play somebody that's really good. You're going to get your behinds whooped. So you got to figure it out. The good news is that you're still in a position to be able to figure it out because you're able to win it. But I'm not going to walk myself into this. I can't wait to hear all of the airwaves all week. I wonder how much Super Bowl talk will be discussed now. What you need to focus on is getting your behinds in a position that you can beat a really good team. Not play well and then brag all damn week about how good you were, but you lost. The only evaluation is upon victory, playing up and winning. Am I giving you no damn award because you played well against Philly? Oh, you didn't get slaughtered. That is absolute loser talk. And it just kills me to have to hear these young people running around here, especially that big old 27-year-old one running his mouth. You don't even know what winning looks like because you've never seen it. Not your fault. But maybe you need to listen better about it as to how it gets done before we end up looking like the New York Giants, because that's what's going to happen. And I do not want that to happen. Don't fake yourself out. Hell, the Eagles are fighting within house, but they're winning in the process. If you think that you were much better than the Saints today, then you need to put that pipe down because you got away with murder today. And you better be glad the Saints are dumb as dirt for playing some kid that should be bagging groceries, and had a guy out there that would have beaten you had he had more time on the field. I'm just telling you. That's why you're here, because you want to hear the whole truth and nothing but the truth. I'll take the victory, but I'm not going to act like that it was all on us. We were good enough to have 20. But if you're bragging about this one, and believe me, I'll hear it. I know I'm going to hear it all week. And I'll hear all the different playoff scenarios and how many different ways, and you worried about the Rams. You can't touch the Rams. The Rams. You better hope the hell you don't have to see them, because you know what they're doing? They're not worried about. They lost the best defensive lineman in the world. And their D-line right now smokes ours with young guys. You know why? Because they're not talking about it. They're being about it. You don't know what winning looks like. Not your fault. You ain't been around it. I told you after the turkey foot, the thigh drops, all BS is over now. We got to get serious about this thing, or you will not be where you want to be. Skinning and grinning. Y'all need to get the you-know-what kicked out of your behinds. And hopefully in that locker room, I can't wait to hear all the slogans that'll come out of there. They ought to let me – I'd love to come in there. I got one for them. I'm telling you right now. But they were good enough to win it, and that's what matters. You know how many times we would have lost that game with some of the quacks we've had that have been here in the past? This group found a way to win. They found a way to pull it out. Now, will they be hard enough in the self-evaluation that's going to be necessary so that this doesn't happen against Philly? You think Philly gives a rat's behind about our situation? You better keep this thing real. You got to keep it real, man. It is AMAC and the Giants. They got demolished again. He hasn't even. He's a little hurt because he really was pulling against us. Imagine if you work in an enemy territory and the home team almost lost. He's kind of trying to fight through it a little bit, but that's okay. Gentlemen, how we doing? Are we good? We're going to go to break on that when we come back. These guys have been working their tails off, and y'all look like you lost the game today. Well, AMAC, you lose every week, so ain't nothing new to you. Ain't nothing new to you. Stick here with us. Burgundy and Go postgame live. DOC on a hot microphone. Holla back. It is going to be quite interesting today to determine the hardest working player of the game. It'll be interesting. Also, that highlight of the window of opportunity, the pivotal moment that propelled the Commanders to victory. Interesting, and love to have you be a part of it as you are every week. Should be, I don't know if there's no easy way on this one. This is a game that kept you involved. I think the ending, I hope we didn't lose anybody in our fan base in that ending, because just listening to the in-game show with the young guys, it was interesting. Anthony in the District of Columbia, welcome.
Hey, Doc, how you doing?
I'm good now, man. It got tight for a minute.
Yeah, it did. It did. Is it just me, or does anyone else notice that when we go up against a formidable defensive line, the offensive line has issues? I told you and Rooster about a week ago back that we have disruptors. We don't have game records yet.
Mm-hmm.
And when you only have disruptors and don't have game records, these are the situations you're going to find yourself in.
Mm-hmm. As does most of the league.
Right.
Yeah.
So we've proven that we're good enough to hang with the big boys for a minute, but we're also good enough to lose to the also-rans.
Mm-hmm. Well, see, I think you're right on talent. I agree with you. The other part, because that's physical. Having guys like the Cleveland Browns and the Steelers that's physical. The mental part is when you allow yourself to drop your guard and let someone in your space to become an equal. That's a controllable. That's on us.
Right.
Because nobody physically manhandled any of our people today. It was just that constant pressure of a group, and then we selected some plays, to me, that weren't the right ones. Obviously, because we got nothing out of it. We want to go around the corner, not straight ahead. We refuse to go mano-a-mano. And that's when the artistic part of our side comes out. We refuse to just drop blood, go. We don't go thug. That's out. You got to force us into that. Pardon me. So that becomes upon the creator. Don't tell me we can't do it. I've seen us do it. But the creators decide that's not what they choose to do, and as a result, it don't get done.
Well, it's not just the offensive line, it's the defensive line, too.
Well, the defensive line's a different deal. You charging off every time that ball snaps. Ain't nobody got to tell you to do that. You do that by nature. And our guys are still giving you great effort. Now, whether they're strong enough to move a grown man out the way and do something, well, that's what we're talking about.
Exactly. I mean, you're talking 8 sacks versus 3 sacks.
Yeah,
somebody got to get home.
Close. We had people. We were putting on some pressure, and then again, the guy they started the game in. That's embarrassing. Why did we not behead that kid? I can understand when they brought the other dude in can play. They had another guy like Dallas. How are we letting people that should be in another profession show up against us? That's to me. You're not bum rushing people.
You know what you reminded me of when you said we getting close?
Yeah.
Arakpo.
Yeah.
Arakpo, he got close a lot of times.
Yeah, got close. Yeah.
But he couldn't seal the deal.
Well, again, then maybe we got
to
pour more pressure. But then again, that's what they're supposed to be doing, not us. We evaluate what it does after it's over. We're not the creators of it. We're observing things that went down. They were in an alligator fight with a goldfish. They let the goldfish become a shark. That's on them. So that's how I see it. Appreciate you, dog. Ali in the District of Columbia. Welcome to Burgundy.
Doc, you're the man. I've followed you for many decades. Playing with the Redskins and the radio program is awesome. But, I agree with you 100%. We got very lucky. We won this game. Very lucky. I hate to make excuses, but the refs, they suck, man. I mean, Terry down the sideline, the second one, the first one, the overthrown, the ball was a little overthrown.
Yep.
But the other one was underthrown. The guy, that was passing it for SPI. That ball should have been inside the 10-yard line. And that would have been the game right there. They didn't call that. And the end of the game, the second to last play, as the caller called before.
Right.
I mean, I went back and looked at it. When I had the DVR, I went back and looked at it. They had another 5 seconds. The guy caught the ball, 9 seconds left in the game, and they stopped the clock. I mean, and that's not even the refs. That's the guy the guy at the time operator at the stadium. They stopped the clock there. I know, but that's inexcusable. You can't.
Well, then put your foot kick their behinds earlier in the game. Why is the game not a 21 game advantage?
I agree.
Why are we farting around with people that can't play with you? You got a guy should be selling real estate. He's playing quarterback. Again, you let the Cowboys do the same thing to you. Explain that. That ain't got a damn thing to do with no refs.
I agree with that. But playing on the road is hard. Just playing, you know how it is.
We was at home when Dallas kicked our ass. We wasn't on the road. We was at home. We were making excuses for them.
Listen,
dude, it's on the players. It's on these dudes.
Came back.
They're on the field. Get the job done. You just had 10 days. Oh, before we tired. Okay, we ain't got. Okay, so now you got a bye week. So what is it going to be then? Sooner or later, you got to accept who you are. And without Jaden being a magician, whoever the hocus pocus, this dude got out of 3 or 4 sacks. This could have been worse. Telly from the District of Columbia.
Hail to the Redskins. DOC, what's poppin'?
Brother, you listen, let's roll.
Hey, man. Hey, look, man. Everything you've been saying is gospel. So I'm a go off for this right here, man. You know, I've been patient, and I'm gonna continue to be patient. But today, man, you gotta be kidding me, man. First of all, why is Chris Rodney, my man, only coming in on the fourth quarter, and why? Is it the whole time, I'm screaming the whole time, run the rock.
Yeah.
And I ain't talking about run it out of the shotgun. No. Give my man on the center. We got a chance to run the ball, run the clock out. Man, run the rock, and he been getting off all game.
Yeah, no,
now,
we're watching the same game. I know, we're watching the same game.
Yeah. Now, if you're mad because you get 1 yard or 2 yard, it's part of the yard. It's about wearing them down. Right now, we're playing playoff football. So playoff football in December, January, all of that. It's cold. Now you was in the dome tonight or what have you. It's cold. Hey, look, man, run that rock, man. Hey, look, man, I give all props to the players. They balled out. They did what they had to do, whatever. But Cliff, man, I'm not digging this dude. Hail to the Redskins, man.
Appreciate you, dog.
Easy, brother.
Hey, Ertz made a catch today it cost him, and he got concussed on the play. That's a winning effort. You want to know what a championship effort looks like? Scary today was unleashed. I'm so happy to see him unleashed. The dude is just freakish. We had some guys that really, really stepped up and competed, as they always do for the most part. But, man, this is too close for comfort. Bonesy, K9, in the District of Columbia.
Hey, Doc.
Yes, sir.
Man, I'll be so glad when the season over, so Cliff Kingsbury can go ahead on in Chicago and coach up there in Chicago, because his play calling, man, is very suspect, man. You know, all he want to do is call passing plays and organic, trick plays and all that. You know, man, I'm getting sick of seeing this play calling, man. You know, I mean, we got some talent, and he can't even dial the plays up to get the ball to the talent. You know, I mean, we right there on the goal, third one. Why did you call it a pass play? I don't make sense to me. You know, I mean, I'm kind of like pissed off, man, because we should have crushed these people. We should have crushed them, and we did not, man. You let them right off the hook, and I saw it coming. Let them off the hook.
You could feel it.
Because of your suspect play calling.
I could feel it. But, a lot of those plays, if I don't like it and they throw it for a touchdown, I'm still going to say I didn't like it. Right, I'm glad we scored, but I'm still going to tell you if I don't like it or not, because there's just something about it that I don't trust. I'm accepting it, but I don't trust it. Appreciate you. Fort Worth is our next stop. Toothpick. Welcome home, K9.
What's good, Doc? Listen.
Well, victory. Okay. Victory is good. Don't let me confuse you.
Victory is always good.
Damn right. Don't think I'm not mad. I'm just aggravated because I wanted a slaughter. I was looking for 50, and I thought this was the game to get it against this team, and we let them off the hook.
See, Doc, let me help you articulate why you're a little frustrated, right? Because you taught us that winning is a process.
Yeah.
Right? And winning being a process means that you have your bye week, you come off your bye week, and you jump right back in their butt. Now, we had an opponent that wanted to give up. Now, had we put 28 on them in the first half, they would have switched out quarterbacks. You come back, you have to, again, prove to them that they're not on your level. So I understand why you're frustrated. But when you look at our history here, Doc, and I know you do, we haven't won off a bye week in so long. It's ridiculous coming off a bye week. Now, they did hang in there. They will have a whole lot to correct this week coming up to get ready for Philly. But it beats the alternative of coming off of a loss. So I'll take the W. I'll look at the film, jump square in their butt, get them focused for Philly. But we got a W. And we still moving forward in the right direction. That's what I'm taking away from this game, Doc. I appreciate it.
No, I never disrespect the wins. I'm so happy that we got to win. But again, and I've said this forever and ever and ever, after the drumsticks of Turkey Day, no more excuses. You're supposed to be ready. You came off a bye. You've had camp. No more excuses. They had spirited practices. They went over the fundamentals, blah, 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 blah. And that's it? That's the byproduct? And if Jaden Daniels didn't get you out of how many jams? 3 or 4? That only he and 2 or 3 other people in the world could have gotten you out of? Would have been worse. Upper Marlboro. Lewis, welcome to Burgundy Game. Burgundy Go post game.
Hey, thank you for taking my call. Listen, we in D.C. have lowered our expectations so much that we'll take any little scrape win that we get. That was horrible.
Yeah.
Very few teams give up 8 sacks and win. That's terrible.
Mm-hmm.
That's terrible. The defensive line could not stop the run. And have you seen the pattern? They're running right up the gut on us. They're running right in the middle. So Wagner needs to get it together and stop that run. And then we get to the point where the play calling is so bad that we don't even recognize that it's bad anymore. We're like, oh, good. That's something different. But these guys are running flea flickers on us like it was nothing. And we just sitting there like running the same old screen, running the same old play to the left side, run play to the left side. And we don't even, if this kind of thing happened in Philly, even if it was a win, they'd be cussing them out. They'd be cussing them out right now. Those guys up there are upset with each other because they're winning and upset with each other.
They're also a few years removed from the Super Bowl. We've been in last place every year, so it's a little bit different. Yeah,
but we lowered our expectations. We lowered the bar. We got to raise the bar. We got to stop saying we got to stop saying that this is okay.
Yeah.
It's terrible. That offensive line stunk. Let's call it what it is. They stunk. And the defensive line wasn't much better.
It was not a training reel that would be passed out. They made to me, a mediocre group get accolades. Ain't nobody scared of New Orleans defensive front. Nobody on their line. Nobody scared of them. Nobody. And that did happen. That you are accurate on. Appreciate the call and love the honesty. Hey, look, we're going to keep it real. I'm happy we won the game, but I cannot BS you in saying that that's a tape that's going to make it to Canton on our performance, because that's a lie. That's not going to happen. But we'll keep it real, keep it going. 1-800-636-1067. We still never disrespect winning, and we're going to pass out our awards. And that's what it's all about, because this was not easy. And so whenever we get a chance to present someone and honor them that was involved in the window of opportunity, that's going to happen. The hardest working player of the game. So keep that in mind, and let's get some nominations out. Let's get after it. We'll be right back.
Rattler for the win. He throws, it's incomplete. And the Commanders defeat the Saints 20-9.
All right, Max, what was your feeling at that point? If we'd have put a blood pressure monitor on you, what might it had read?
It was we were standing in the studio, and AMAT can attest to this.
He was mad.
I yelped and I punched the wall the second it was over. I was screaming, he's taking me out, he's taking me out, take away the out. And the second it went through his hands, just relief. Like an exorcism. It was.
Hey, Max, you remember LaWell in the Hail Mary?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Did you hear his reaction tonight?
Oh, yeah.
Down the line?
Yeah, it was.
They should make an album just on his overreactions, his reactions. It would be.
I'd listen.
It'd be a bestseller.
Yeah.
It would be. It would be LaWell's greatest emotional outburst. And but that's what youth and enthusiasm gives you. And he's emotionally invested as all of us are. That was a little bit too close for comfort for me though. Brian, what about you? Are you a believer, Brian? Were you in shock?
Well, I was in shock, but I'm a believer. I mean, we're looking at a team that has over 40 new guys on the team, entire new coaching staff. They don't have any real big names. They put together a patchwork team that it's so impressive when you look at a rebuild here. And might have pointed out they sealed their first winning season today. And probably, I think 2016 was the last year they had a winning season. So, I mean, it's got to put the brakes on a little bit, man. They've got a great future ahead of them, a few new pieces there. I mean, all their first-round draft picks under Rivera are gone. I mean, for what they've done in such a short time and what they have, I mean, it's pretty impressive.
Well, that's one way. That's one way of looking at it, but you recognize it's not the only way you can look at it. Because the Los Angeles, the Rams lost the best player in the world on their defensive line, and they went out and drafted, got young people, and have rebuilt it, and they're better than we are right now. So it can be done. We didn't reinvent the molecule, and right now we can't stop a nosebleed from running. So we'd have an arm wrestling over this right now and all this praise that we're giving up, and we played an inferior opponent and damn near lost.
100%. But I'm going to tell you, I am so sick and tired of being in October and the season being over.
I got you there. I got you there. But look what you're comparing it to. You're comparing this staff to the past staff we had. It's no comparison.
And they've already whipped their butt.
Exactly. And they've lapped them.
Right.
And the four of us might have done the same damn thing had we been given an opportunity.
2025, we'll get some new pieces in there, and I'm really optimistic about next year.
Well, I'll tell you, be honest with you, and you know I'm your biggest fan, B. I'm not done with this year. I'm just getting started because my season just started after the drumstick dropped. So we're still in this thing. But what we got to do is we got to be real to ourselves. We're going through an identity crisis. I just want to know. Offensively, who are we?
Yeah,
we got these. We got potential. We got these thugs, but we don't utilize them. So if we don't want them, why don't we trade them and go get 5 more receivers?
Got that, but those 3 long balls where Terry was wide open and just inches away. If he'd have caught even one of those, big different story.
I'm with you on that. Appreciate the phone call. I like Brian. I love all our people, man. I mean, we can go at it because we both on the same team. We just got to go after it. Clum in Virginia, welcome.
Thank you. I'm glad to talk to you, Doc Walker. And I'm saying this. Look, everybody keep talking about the offensive coordinator, but the offensive coordinator, when he was at Texas in college offense, they do good the first half and go down the second half. When he was at Atlanta, the same thing. He do good the first half, and then all of a sudden Atlanta goes downhill. Downhill. Every team that he has coached went downhill. if you look at his record as coaching.
I'm aware of it. But also think too, he don't play defense.
Yeah, but okay. I get that, but I'm talking about the offense.
No, but I get it. But if you know that his unit is going to fail you, then it looks like you'd be tighter on defense. Since you know that he's not going to run the damn ball, then maybe you'd be a different philosophy defensively. Since you know that he's going to throw on 4th and 1, then maybe you'll change your defensive mindset. All I'm saying, since you know who he is, how about you change who you are so you can be more compatible to it?
Okay. I'll agree with that. Okay. I'll agree with what you're saying, Big Doc. But I'm saying that this is what he's been doing.
I'm with you. When you and me, we smoke out the same peace pipe. He has been a guy that creates talent. I think he's a terrific coach, position coach, that helps his positional player improve on his skills. I think he's brilliant at that.
Okay. It's just like he got them fast running backs, right?
Yep.
Okay. You looking at it today, okay, you see they was keying off on Robinson. You get on the outside.
Yeah.
Okay, when they key off on Robinson, you got those speedster running backs. Why not utilize them?
Brother, let me tell you something. We on the same page. Unfortunately, we have no clout when it comes to their organization.
Yeah,
they're going to do what they want to do. We just reported after the fact. I'm pulling for them. If they good with it, I'm good with it. And I'm just hopefully.
I'm good with it.
Yeah, I'm good too. Because if it's good enough for them, I'll support them because they won the game today. I ain't going to treat them like they lost when they win. We've lost too much around here. Now that we're winning, I'm going to take the win, and then I'll cut it up with a razor blade next week. But for right now, Slim, you ain't going to take my joy. It's a victory. I'm only getting ready for victory Monday when the junkies hit the air. Dude, I have been so famished. I've been stuck in mediocrity with these clowns that have been running this. You think you're going to drag me back down to that level? And I won? No way, Jose.
I'm going to leave you with this.
Okay, all right.
Okay, this is one thing I can say about Joe Gibbs.
Yeah.
When he comes out at halftime, he done changed up.
Oh, no question.
He done changed up.
Yeah.
But these last 14 games, I can just about call the plays what this coach going to do.
Well, it's not fair. You're talking about Hall of Famer, Slim. Come on now, Clum. You can't be good judging people with Joe Jackson.
No, but I'm talking about the plays that Kingsbury is doing now.
Well, what Kingsbury ain't hit. If he go there, he'll be visiting.
Oh, no, I never put him with Joe Gibbs.
No, that's what I'm saying. He'll be a visitor, just like me and you. We'll be visiting. That's it.
I can look at him every week.
Yeah, he ain't mad at Cliff, man. Please stay employed because he's a tactician. He has a specific skill set. Ain't nobody ever associated him with winning. They associate him with tutoring a position, the quarterback, and he does a great job at that. If you want to win, you better go get somebody else. Okay?
But that's
that
all
has a history of winning. He has no history of winning. So why are you putting that pressure on him? They didn't hire him to win. They hired him to fix the quarterback, and that he has done. I got to roll.
Yeah.
Appreciate that.
Okay.
Y'all, let's keep it real. This is what we do now. This ain't nothing fake. We go straight to the root of the problem. Don't fake. You want to fake, call somebody else. AJ in Alexandria. What's on your mind?
What's going on, Doc?
I'm in a really pissed off mood to be after the victory. It's confusing.
Look, man, I was out. I don't mean to cut you off. I was at work. I'm like, okay, 17 zip, whatever. And then they switch the quarterbacks. I'm like, man, what's going on, man? And then they just start putting up points, kicking field goals. I said, I know damn well we ain't getting ready to blow this game. And I thought about what you said. You should take this bye and get in the lab, do all your work, and do what you need to do and get ready and come off this bye and kick somebody behind. You know what I mean? And that's what I feel like they should have did. They should have took the 2 weeks they had off, went in there, grind, came out, used this game as a warm-up game, and then go down to Philly and do what they need to do and get back at Philly for what they came and did to them. Now, my whole thing is, Now, my whole thing is, man, I heard Brian Robinson say when he was on the radio, he was saying he was going to take a little vacation. And I said, man, what the hell? You need to be in the lab. You need to be trying to study and better your craft because you're great at what you do. Well, why stop there? Keep going. If you want to get to the next level, I'm not hopping on no plane going nowhere. I'm staying right here in the DMV and doing what I need to do, and I'm going to get my men together, and we're going to come and let's get ready to whip somebody behind and get to the second round in the playoffs because I don't want to just have a winning season and we get to the playoffs and get smashed because I've seen it and done it before. So, you know,
see, AJ,
I don't want to
understand
go
what
through
you're
that.
saying, and I think like you, but neither one of us have had that man's bank account at his age.
Yeah,
Let's
you're
keep
right
it real,
about that.
AJ. Come on, man. If we
You're right
had that
about that.
brother's cash and we was his age, hell, I've been in Brazil. What are you talking about?
Hey, look,
Come
man,
on,
you know.
Slim. AJ. Come on, man. This is the time of the year we keep it real. All right?
Hey, I'm
Come on
keeping it
now.
real. I'm
You
keeping it
his
real. Stay
age
your mind.
with
Hey,
his
look.
bank account. Okay?
Hey,
Brazil.
Hey, look, I'm going to bring that to town to me if that's the case.
All
I
right,
ain't
man.
going
Appreciate
nowhere.
you, man. Appreciate you. People call the radio. Y'all can't call through when I'm on the air and lie. No lies. Keep it real. If you 22 and you filthy rich, you are not staying home. Okay? If you're single. You single, filthy rich, and 22. Tell that crap to somebody else that works. You know what? Call the baby. Call the whale and tell him that. He may bite for that. Keith in Maryland. Welcome to Overtime. Burgundy and Gold
Hey,
Post
Doc,
Game
how you
Live.
doing,
What's
bud?
up, baby? That was funny.
SOS, man. Different day.
Yes, indeed.
First off, I am not 22. I am not rich.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll tell you what, I can call me some games here, and I've seen some. And I got to say one thing,
Yes, sir.
or a couple things. One, they've been together for how many weeks? Months.
Yep.
They're doing fantastic for 41 guys coming through.
Yep.
Give them that much.
I agree.
Totally. And as far as the quarterback goes, yes, this kid's his head is growing fantastically.
Yeah,
he
he's
just
special.
needs a couple guys to protect him,
Yeah.
But I totally agree. As far as me saying how I feel about this, I really don't care. I'm old enough to say, hey, who cares? I know what I look at. And these guys are looking very good as far as that goes. The last play of the game, they should never have been there. They should have blown these guys off the map, having come from a break, to prepare for them. They should have blown them right off the field. As far as calling the plays, I agree with a couple callers. It's getting a whole lot easier to call what this offense is going to do. But, sometimes they get it done. Sometimes they don't. I don't know, but you can tell what plays are going. As far as everything else goes, go, boys. Keep it going. I don't see them hanging in once they get in the playoffs because these other teams, they're men compared to what we're playing, I think.
I'm going to tell you this, Keith, before we go to break.
Yes.
We've had the tendency to play down to our opponents, but also play up to better opponents. Now, I'd rather have that than to be the opposite. So we ain't scared to play nobody. Eagles, Bengals, Steelers. So we don't stink when we play better people. So that's a rare trait to have, the ability to play up. That we have. Now, if we'll play smart and play up, we are capable of beating anybody. That I still believe. Tonight was not a great indicator of it, but we also weren't playing Mighty Joe Young and crew. They were bums, and we allowed them to hang around. Appreciate you calling. We got to take a break right now. Max, A-Mac, got two young guns in here, and that getting it done. A-Mac, how'd the Giants do today? I didn't see anything that was consumed. No, dude, I'm seriously. I didn't see anything. I was focused on our game. Did y'all play today?
I don't know if we were on a field. I don't know if we played. I don't know if you can call that playing.
Mac, how'd they do today? How'd the Giants do?
We played the Baltimore Ravens.
You played the Ravens. Okay, you beat them?
We should just go to break.
Okay, we'll go to break. Scary. Terry. Can you say Pro Bowl? Boy, balling. Yeah, you agree?
All pro.
Yeah, all pro. Yeah, I mean, he is. You'll find very few receivers that had more value to their particular team than this dude does, and he blocks. I'll go back to the Cleveland game, and if you watch this brother come down and hitting defensive ends, and all of our guys block, the team is good offensively because they're so unselfish. Tight ends, backs, wide outs, everybody blocks. And that's why they're easy to pull for, because they seem to have a jerk-free unit. Think about it. There's not a jackass on the unit. And every year every team, you got somebody that, well, not this group. Everybody goes hard in there, and that's nice to see. Hardest working player of the game presented by Miss Utility. Remember to contact Miss Utility before you dig. Every dig, it's the law. Visit missutility.net or call 811. So that hardest working player, so I go to our panel. Gentlemen, hardest working player of the game. Y'all leaning? You thinking? I mean, this is big. We're honored to have this, and that's why we take it really seriously, because it means a lot. Who wouldn't want to have this honor bestowed upon them? So we want to make sure we do what we do, picking it, as well as the window of opportunity. That highlight. What was that pivotal moment that propelled them to victory? In this case, the win is presented by the Window Man since 1989. The Window Man has been the educational window company. Get your free, no pressure in-home estimate or at thewindowman.com's Fairfax showroom. As Lou Holder would say, things that make you go, Window of opportunity. I'm going to tell you, for me, that Ertz catch was spectacular.
It was incredible.
Now, it cost him some brain cells.
Quite a few, yeah.
Because the smack he took, that was his exit stage left. But he pulled it in, didn't give it up. And I don't know where we would have been without it. So don't let me influence you again. But that's where I'm leaning to it right there. And none of this happens, again, without our good friends, Rude. Is your cooling system letting you down? Score a touchdown with Rude and experience peak performance. Dominate the season with unmatched cooling power and visit RUUD.com. If it ain't Rude, it ain't right. So, gentlemen, there we go. Housekeeping, getting it done, and see if we can grab somebody on his. Sanders out in Charlotte. It's been real patient. Welcome.
Hey, Doc.
Yes,
long
sir.
Time fan. Been following this team since '63. You already stole. Yeah, I was 7 years old then. You stole my thunder on a bunch of things, but
that's my job.
Especially the Rams. I love McVay, the way they play. They just smash mouth football. I wish our team was that way.
We're getting there.
Point today is I'm watching right now Philly in Pittsburgh. We could have beaten both of those teams, and we almost blew this game. I'm not so sure about Quinn because I keep thinking about the Super Bowl. What do you think?
First of all, I think about the Super Bowl too, and was damn glad he was in it. So I look at it as a positive. I love how people try to jump on him about the Super Bowl, and half of them can't win a playoff game. He's been in several Super Bowls with several organizations. DQ's a winner. I'll take him 9 out of 9 times. See if we can squeeze Peter in North Carolina before we go to break. Peter, thanks for being patient.
Hey, thanks, Doc. Look, Doc, I'm older than the last caller, and I've been following them longer than him. And what I say is, when's the last time we won 9 games? When's the last time we had a quarterback that's 4th, 5th, 3rd, 2nd in every category in the league?
I know I had an afro.
Yeah, exactly. So, all these callers that they want to fire their coordinator and their coach, you don't know if he's so good. They're full of crap. They don't know what they're talking about. Somebody said we got to set the bar. We have no bar here. There is no bar. You know what I mean? What we have here is a 9-win team right now. We could have lost today, but you know what? We didn't.
Damn right.
I think we have stopped every 2-point conversion this year. For some reason, we're good at that, for whatever reason. And I just think this team, we can lose to anybody and we can beat anybody. We've proven that.
I appreciate my experienced audience. And LaWell Willingham and you 27-year-olds, y'all take that, okay? And all your IT, all your electronic gadgets. Our people are we're grizzled. We've been through this.
Yeah.
We're not rattled by this. All these, and I love these kids I'm surrounded by right now. I got 2 very talented young people with me right
Absolutely.
now. And Max and AMAC. And y'all pray for AMAC today, team, because his team is terrible.
Doc, one more thing,
okay,
real quick, and I know you're busy. The beginning of the year and the beginning of the last 5 years, when they came out with the rating of teams, the power rankings, we were 28, 29, 31.
Yeah.
Okay? This year, people are looking at us and saying, hey, and teams don't know. They still think they can beat us.
No, they can't. But Peter, I'll tell you something, brother. I got a heart out. And you know what?
Brother.
You a VIP, man. None but love
Thank
for
you.
you. Appreciate that.
Thank
original K9. Okay. Oh, yeah. You know what? See, I have these young people with me, and sometimes I have to fool them, make them think I'm losing my mind. So, we got these hard out. I made them think that I thought we was going to a hard out just to see if they were listening to me and reacting. Robert out in Dallas. Welcome.
Doc.
Yes, sir.
Man, I'm calling in just to calm everybody down a little bit because I'm a little bit shocked that people are so upset about a win. As soon as Derek Carr got hurt, the first thing I said was this is going to be a difficult game. The history of the NFL, everybody, when a backup quarterback comes in and that team does not know his tendencies, they always play well. It doesn't matter who the opponent is. Hell, Jameis Winston goes away for 2 years, comes back in. He's good for the first 3 games until people get film on him, and then they best him like they did today. That's just the way it is. All the criticism that people come in, this should have been a warm-up game. This is the NFL. This ain't college where you have a homecoming and you beat somebody 59-0. We are not a team. In fact, I heard somebody just comparing us to look what the Rams did. You're talking about a program that's 5-6 years in. This is our first year. Calm down. We are in the playoff hunt. We're going to make the playoffs. And even if we lose in the first round, who freaking cares? We got talent that needs to be built upon. We got salary cap space. Everybody calm down. This is on the road against a quarterback we've never seen before. If you don't believe me, remember Tommy DeVito? He was everybody's hero for 2 games? Remember Scott Mitchell, who did very well in Miami until he went to Detroit and people got film on him?
You are on
it just
fire.
Happens, Doc.
You're on fire.
It just happens, brother. And listen, you know what I really love, though? I love the fact that we got passion again. We got people that are upset that we didn't win by more than 1. It's a far cry from a few years. Well, hell, the last 20 years.
Yeah,
so I'm not criticizing those callers, brother, because I love them. Hell to the Redskins, just like I love you, Doc. I appreciate what you're doing. You're right. You got a great staff. I love those young bucks up in there when they answer the phone. They're always very polite to me, treat me good. I appreciate them. Hail to the Redskins. I'm going to keep listening. Have a Merry Christmas, brother.
You got it, my man. HTTR, hail to the W. And speaking of hail to the W, let's bring him on right now. 757 King Paulie. What do you think about Robert?
Hail to the W, Doc. I think Robert talking loser talk, man. That's loser talk. Everything I just heard was loser talk. All of it. We soft. We are so. You said we ain't got no identity. Yeah, we do. We are a soft football team.
Now that you haven't lied on. No, you haven't lied. That's the truth.
We soft.
That's true.
That's all it is to it. All right. This is not. Did you watch the game? It's not just one game. This has been since the Bears game.
Yeah.
Well, we can't put nobody away because we soft. We don't execute. We got too many penalties. We're not doing the smart things. Dan Quinn is coaching scared. He's coaching not to lose instead of to win now. 3rd and goal. Why we ain't running the ball? And then why we don't go for it on 4th and goal? Make them go 99 yards, we don't make it.
Yeah, well, you got to trust your unit. Yeah, no, everything you're saying is real in real time.
I mean, we didn't play. I don't want to hear nothing about it. This has not been about the defense since the Bears game. Mm-hmm. Even during the Bears game. This is about the offense. The offense is not executing, and the offense is soft. Finesse. Period.
Well, and what about if we didn't have Jaden? What about if you didn't have Jaden?
If we didn't have Jaden, it would be looking like last year.
Yeah.
We'd be looking at 4 or 5 wins right now.
That's right. Because this dude, I'm telling you what, he drives defensive units nuts.
But
absolutely nuts. Yeah.
All this arriving with bringing hammer and arriving with this with violence and well, you know what? That has to triculate to all 3 phases of the game, not 2 out of the 3. Cover teams arrive with violence.
Yeah.
The defense plays with violence. The offense is soft. And the thing about it is most of the real talent is on offense. The best player we have is on offense. So that's going to lead us. That's the identity of our team. And we saw. Period.
Yeah, well, you know,
listen, I don't care about making it to the playoffs. I mean, I do care about making it to the playoffs.
Yeah.
But the whole point about going to the playoffs is to win an event. Get to the dance. Get to the big game. We ain't going nowhere like this.
Oh, no, I agree. Hey, brother, you know, we in the same row in the same pulpit, man. I'm with you because we play up and down to opponents, and that's the worst sign a team can ever present itself to. Instead of hating everybody, we pick who we're going to get excited about. It's not a good sign.
We ain't good enough to be picking what team.
Well, I'm just telling you.
We ain't one of them teams.
But you know that. I know that. But I'm telling you what we see. We playing up and down. We're in a dogfight against New Orleans. Ain't nobody afraid of New Orleans. Nobody. The 27-year-olds bragging on their D-line and stuff. I don't know what the hell he was watching, but every sack they get is an accidental sack. Holding the ball for 20 minutes. They accidentally run into something. Ain't nobody in the whole damn league afraid of nobody on their team on defense. But, okay, appreciate that. 757 in the house. You want to keep it real? Because some of us would love to be in the playoffs. I'm not going to say one more time. I'm going to say again. Again. Think about it, Max. As young as A-Max is, he may be 50 the next time his beloved team is good again.
Well, they got, they're going to have a high draft pick this year. They got their pick of the litter. There are a lot of quarterbacks in this draft.
You know they're going to probably get Sanders.
See, there's a lot of smoke for.
I think he'll end up with the Raiders.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't see him coming to New York. I don't see his father allowing that to happen.
Correct. I see him.
They're going to keep him closest dad as possible.
Yeah,
and that'll be LA, and then LA will be in a world. I mean, Vegas will be in a world of trouble.
Yeah,
it's
absolutely.
a circus there now.
It's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, it's gonna be really crazy. But
he's gonna make him draft Shiloh. It's gonna be, it's gonna be quite the show. I will be watching.
Oh yeah, no, it'll be a lot of fun. We're we're moving in that direction, which is interesting. Yeah, it's interesting. So we'll see what happens. I don't like the fact that A-Mac feels like we're picking on him sometimes because he's really good at what he does on this gig. Hopefully we'll be doing this for a minute. And every Sunday he comes in there with that same look because they lose every week.
There's always a hopeful twinkle in his eye. And
no, I don't think so.
It disappears rather quickly, but the hope is there.
Yeah, I don't want to pick on him. Because we've been him.
Exactly. I was about to say, we've been there plenty.
We've been there. We just got out of our situation once we cleaned up shop here. So, okay, I'll move on. Fort Washington. Rich, welcome to Burgundy and Gold Postgame Live.
Hey, what's going on, Doc? Love the show.
Hey, Rich, it's, we don't want to be greedy, but we were looking for a beheading, and
Yeah, I'm not satisfied with the win, honestly.
Yeah.
I'm glad that we got the win, but the only positives I can really take out of this win is, for one, we got a corner that they didn't even try his side of the field. We got the side. We finally got what we wanted with St. Jude's being on the sideline. We can see that we got some true talent evaluators, because all the players that seem like they bought from Dallas is balling. Deron Payne got secured the bag, and he ain't done nothing since he secured the bag. Like, you don't hear his name, with the exception of the pass he batted down. I'm looking at the game like, damn, should we have kept Ridgeway and traded Payne? Like,
he is giving you some effort. Guy, I mean, watch him. I think a lot of people do. Deron's out there. He's not loafing. He's hustling. He's giving you what he's got. And people do focus on him, but that's what makes the guys that beat doubles for a living special. That's a hard thing. I can't criticize the guy because he can't beat two people up. And the last group overpaid a lot of people. They just got taken advantage of. But who didn't take advantage of them? That's what you consider a nitwit. Well, now we get a chance to our friends from 980 are moving on down the road with the Wizards. And we'll keep you here rolling, doing what we're doing, Burgundy and Gold post game live with A-Mac and Max. Holla.
Backfield once again. Daniels looking. Moving to his left. Under pressure. Stays on his feet. And now he throws to the end zone. It is caught for a touchdown by McLaurin.
Scary Terry. Touchdown maker. I'm telling you what, man. This guy is so easy to cheer for because he's such a good dude. Team guy, Buckeye, hard nose, could play on all the special teams. They have to make him not do it. And I don't know anybody that wouldn't cheer for him and is not happy for his success. Team guy. And with 5, can you imagine just as this arsenal expands and as they get up, if they upgrade and people develop even more so, but none of it happens without the Fab 5 up front. And Badass didn't play today. When you find out your center is out, that's the bloodline, man. That's traumatic. So give the line some props for not falling apart, keeping things together. That's I think it's awesome. And you don't ever want to take it for granted when an offensive line loses an intricate part. They've had shown that ability this season. Right tackle, left tackle, Coleman, rookie, coming in, not playing like a rookie, getting it done. Shout out. Waldorf, Brian, thanks for being patient, man. Welcome to Burgundy and Gold Postgame Live.
What's up, Doc? Thank you for taking my call. We're going to continue to keep it real. And I'm going to be honest with you. This was ugly.
Mm-hmm.
This was very, very ugly. And I was upset that it was ugly.
Mm-hmm.
The last time I checked, the Saints are in the NFC South and not in the SEC.
Mm-hmm.
Had this been LSU, I'd be way more worried. This is an NFL team. And I heard 757, love them to death.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's losing the top. No, it's not. Okay? How many championship teams? Let's go with the Chiefs. How many 1-point victories do they have
A whole
over
bunch.
their championship
A
run?
whole bunch.
How many one possession game wins do they have against bad teams too?
Listen,
what was the score against the Panthers?
You know, I love 757, but we had to. What a hypocrite would I be? Mark Mosley was the MVP of the league. Our offense. The reason he played so much was because we got stopped. So,
yes.
I mean, you win tight games. I win them all. Look, I feel ugly not being ecstatic over a victory because they're so hard to get.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I feel you.
I guarantee you the Steelers ain't going to give us back that 1-point victory.
Not at all.
No, the hell they not.
No,
we want to give the Hail Mary up because that wasn't pretty neither.
Oh, no, the Bears. We robbed the Bears. We robbed the Bears.
Yeah,
and that's our problem.
That's what happened.
That's our problem. We act as if we had done something. We stayed close enough to be able to win it, but that's when we started our downward spiral. The Bear thing, as exhilarating as it was, you should have seen that little 26-year-old Lowell. He almost lost his mind. He almost had a heart attack when that happened.
Yeah.
But what it did
can
is
I
a
just say one more
false
thing,
sense
Doc?
of security. Makes you think you're better than you are. No, we're not. We got the potential to be, but we don't have enough dog in us. We still trying to get style points. We don't want to. It seems we're not comfortable in our own skin. We want to be something that maybe we're not yet. That's what I see.
But we got 9 wins. I'm not giving none of them back.
Not a one.
I don't know about y'all. I'm not giving none
I want to get to a
of them
dime.
back.
I want to get to a dime. 10?
I do too.
Oh, man.
And if we beat Philly by 1, I'm going to take that.
You better believe it. No,
we
you
beat
better
Atlanta by 1, I'm going to take it.
Yeah, no.
I don't care if we beat Atlanta 19.5 to 19,
no.
I'm taking it.
Brian, you and I are smoking out of the same peace pipe. I'm with you, brother. Appreciate that. But I always got my boy 757's back. It's in the water. Will, out in Rockville, dude, you're a gladiator, man. I appreciate you.
I appreciate you, Doc. Thanks for taking my call. It's great talking to you.
What's happening?
Doc, last time I talked, last time I talked to you, Doc, I was driving back from the Ravens game.
Yes.
It just lost, but I was super excited.
Yes.
I was still confident. And don't get me wrong, I am super psyched that we're 9-5. Who would have thought about it? Coming up to this at this point of the game. At this point of the year. But still, now I'm nervous. I don't know what team is going to show up. I don't know, especially now going into Philly.
Yeah.
That's the only thing. But don't get me wrong, I am super excited, and I'm glad you all touched on the point. How many times has Kansas City or any other these great teams won by just 1 point? Let's face it, we would not be here if it wasn't for, Quinn, Daniels, just the mentality of the new team. So I'm super excited. I'm just nervous going into this week. And the last thing, Doc, pivotal point of the game, you asked the question, I would say the interception or the fumble recovery. Without either of those two, I don't think we win the game. So thanks for taking my call, Doc.
Thanks for contributing. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you contributing to the pivotal. Well, it's the window of opportunity is also important. If we're talking about that particular moment or play, and that's why we like it. Interception, fumbles, tight game. Athen in Annapolis. I know he was sipping hard. Lobster, nice little red. What's up, Athen?
Well, I was just more disappointed but happy at the same time, and it's like you tweeted during the game. You had poodles out there today. There was no canines. It was just no dog in anybody.
No, we more. Our offense is way more. They send their dog to. He gets styled. I'm used to the dog just getting soap and water scrub and back out in the yard. They send theirs. He gets nails and then gets all that stuff done, and that's okay. Some of them French poodles, they nasty, they mean, the whole 9 yards. I just think we are searching for an identity offensively. I thought we had it, but no, we don't. We're searching for it.
Well, Chase Young is going to get another $10 million contract next year just off this game.
No, he won't.
I think he's still got something left.
No,
going against us.
No, anybody knows football. No, that's not true.
Well, your boy Linus is going to be lobbying for him on,
like I said,
on Throwdown
anybody
Thursday
that knows
week.
football. I didn't say cheerleaders. That 27-year-old is a big cheerleader for him. And, and now, does Chase hustle? He damn sure does. But I'm not spending a first-round pick on a guy who hustles. See,
Doc, to your point, though, is you want to learn something while you win.
Right.
And that's what I hope they take from today, because here's the thing. Everybody called in blaming Cliff Kingsbury. You can blame Cliff all you want. And I do wish we would have seen some different play calling. But at the end of the day, he didn't want the one who's getting called for holding and allowing the defensive line through there like a gangbuster. He wasn't the one overthrowing Terry twice.
Yeah.
He wasn't the one doing that. So we had plays that worked. I mean, you take out Zach Ertz's touchdown, his big catch, you might be singing a different tune. They start that kid Rattler in the first half. You're singing a different tune in this game. So I hope they learn something while they struggle today, and they still found a way to win, because reality comes to town next week.
Well, yeah, and I can't wait. I don't believe anything it happens in New Orleans till I hear from Brian Mitchell. So once I confer with B. Mitch, then I'll know. Right now, I'm in the dark because I can't explain it. I can't explain it as to how we looked the way we looked against that unit, and I got to find out who convinced them to start that scrub at quarterback and not put Rattler in. So, and I'm glad all of that happened, but I need to know more. Appreciate you, man.
Doc.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Doc. Doc, the thing is also you can't rely on these referees. I know that we had 2 bad roughing the passer calls. Yeah. I know that the end of the game they did the college play and blew the play dead because the guy got a first down and ran for it. You can't rely on these referees. You can't let the game get to the point
Don't get in close
where
games.
you're relying on these referees.
No,
exactly.
Because they've been pathetic.
Not against bad teams.
Oh, yeah.
Not against bad teams.
Oh, yeah. This is their standard. And if you think, and just pull out the tapes, this is who they are. And it's allowed to be. So, call it for whatever you want to call it. The moment they allowed the wagering and everything to come into it, they took the money. This is what comes along with it. Now you can't trust any of it. Not to say some of this wasn't dirty before it, because it was. And we all know it was. Appreciate you, dog. as always, it is what it is. Let's not act like there's anything basically in our whole structure that's above board that you would put your life on. I wouldn't. Vince in New Orleans, what up?
Doc, it is an honor to talk to you.
Thank you. It's overrated.
Look, man, I went to the game, man. I am sick. I've never felt this bad from a victory. You know, I'm a 68-year-old guy.
Vince, that means you're a tadpole. What are you talking about, 68? You're a tadpole.
born and bred a Burgundy and gold, man. And, we were well represented in that stadium.
No, we travel well. And we got a lot of people that are responsible for that. Rally captain, and, his crew, Road Warrior and his crew, Ted and his crew. I know that the Hogs and they crew, we have so many people we represent. It's like the old days. I miss that part of it so much and these people aren't being sponsored. They're doing this on their own. They got skin in the game.
Yeah.
And it's
awesome.
Look,
man, we were very well represented, but I got to tell you, we lost, that stadium was, you could hear a pin drop for 3 quarters.
Oh yeah.
And the bottom fell out, man. And look, in 2018, and I lived in New Orleans for 15 years, went to see the Skins play in 2018.
Yeah, I was
when we were up by 14 points with 2 minutes to go and lost the freaking game.
Yeah.
And look, man, I was having flashbacks of that. It was just horrible. Kingsbury called a bad game. There were too many, the quarterback run pass option. It didn't work. They figured that out. I don't know why they didn't do more screens or do something to change up, the play calling, at least to maybe create more opportunities for that by doing something different. But that was the worst win I've ever experienced in my life. I mean, I'm really excited about the direction that the team is going in, but
do me a favor. Celebrate it though. If we get to the point that we don't celebrate victories, then shame on all of us. They're too hard to get. You don't want to go through the last 4 years we just went through. If you see me, please correct me. I'm gonna toast to this victory this evening because they're hard to get. And that didn't happen by accident. We had some people out there fighting as Coach Gibbs used to say, fighting their guts out. And they deserve this. This will be a plane ride home that they deserve. Now, as soon as they wake up in the morning, they got to take a reality check. Because you roll that game plan out against the Eagles, and you will be beheaded. I'm going to tell you that right now. So let's keep it real. If that's your best shot after 11 days, then I don't want to buy next week. You might as well just play through the whole season because that's unacceptable. Just straight up. Oklahoma's our next stop. Sooner. Hey, John, what's up?
Hey, Doc, that guy earlier said it is an honor to talk to you, and it sure is, buddy. Hey, listen, these people need to realize it's the hardest sport in the world to win a game in. It ain't baseball. Right. You got 162 chances to win, or basketball is whatever, 100. A W is the W. You got 17 chances.
Yeah.
The scoreboard don't care if it's one.
It don't.
It don't make no difference.
It don't care if you get stepped on your big toe the first play of the game. You got to play through
man.
it.
Yeah, that's a big thing to win, man. 17 games? Come on. Yeah, I love my Redskin brothers and sisters. Been one for 50-something years.
Yeah.
But come on, man. Hey, we had a center today. I don't know, he called in the wrong blocking assignments or something.
Well, no, he's new. And he hung in there.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. He did. I mean, it could have had something to do with it. I mean, he's early, put in there, whatever.
But let me tell you something. How many snaps did he botch?
None.
Okay,
none.
thank
you. A couple
you.
of them was a little high.
Well, that's okay. Hell, I've seen him rolling them back. You seen NFL frolics? Hell, centers.
Yeah.
It could have been way worse than that. Man, we come out of there with one injury or so. Be glad we're coming off that. We dodged a bullet, but they earned that. New Orleans wasn't giving away nothing. We took what we wanted. We're just not greedy enough for me. But we got the W, and I don't ever want to discount that. We took the W. Hey, brother Sooner, I'm up against that hard out, my man. Number
Thanks,
love
Doc.
for you, man. You hung in there an hour waiting on me. Some of y'all, man, if I had coupons, I'd send them out to you, man, because y'all patience and stuff, y'all treat us so good, man. And it really for AWOD, he's mourning right now. Brother's still down every week. He loses and he just comes in here and keeps his attitude up. So we appreciate all y'all here. We'll give away some awards when we come back. Burgundy and Gold post game live.
4. Gainer stays on his feet, throws back the other way, and it's intercepted. It is picked off by the rookie out of Michigan, Mike Sainristil.
Provides that pivotal moment that propelled the Commanders to victory. As presented by the Window Man since 1989. The Window Man has been the educational window company. Get your free, no pressure in-home estimate or at the Window Man's Fairfax showroom. Congratulations to Wolverine, difference maker. And it was most of the shows throughout both 106.7 The Fan and Team 980. It was brought up throughout the week when you get a corner, a stopper, who would benefit from that. And that's one of the dividends you can get from the trade early on or acquisition. You get a quote, shutdown cover on one end, you get opportunities on the other. So we have another award that will go out, and one down. And that's good. Hardest working player of the game, presented by Miss Utility. What are you thinking, Max? I hear you. See your mind moving over there, operating.
Yeah, it's tough.
Seems like you got to feel like you're wrestling the right side of your brain with the left side of your brain.
I am, because the right side of my brain is telling me Terry, because I mean, seven catches, 73 yards, 2 touchdowns. Like, him and Jaden were locked in with each other. And speaking of Jaden, that's where the other side of my brain takes me, because I mean, he completed 25 of 31 passes for 226 yards and 2 touchdowns. And he spread the ball around really, really well, especially without Noah Brown. Like, Terry had 7 catches. The next highest was Zacchaeus, Diami, and Crowder, each with
All
3
three
catches.
guys stood up.
Yeah.
Not to mention the single, other than the interception, but that one play of the game by Ertz.
Incredible catch.
That's a highlight catch. We're going to watch that for the rest of our lives, because that's going to be on every highlight clip when cutting the breaks or going to big play.
Mm-hmm.
How do you not use that?
Yeah, you're right.
You can't make that catch up.
No, like the extension, the ability to wrap the ball around.
Yeah, it was a Fred Flintstone.
It was crazy.
Oh, it was magnificent.
But yeah, the way he landed
with it. Yeah, I mean, and he's a stud, no doubt about it. And so now we're going to look at the depth. I think we're rich at that position, the tight end position.
Yeah, I kind of hope Sinnott steps up a little bit more into a pass catching role.
Yeah,
I know it's early in his career, and that's not like what they have envisioned for him.
This is what, week 13?
Yeah, exactly. Like, guys,
come on,
guys got to step up.
Ain't no young. Can't be young now.
That's true.
Too late.
You're right.
Too late for that. No, he's a grown ass man, because his check's not young. Coach Thompson used to teach me all the time. He said, "You're so young. You want a young check, or would you like an older check?" And I said, Coach was, of course, he's a classic,
of course,
but he's not too young to demand a big check. So then you're not too young to demand or have responsibilities placed upon you. I got to go to a K9 out in Frederick. Jackie, welcome to Burgundy and Gold Post Game Live.
Oh, hey, Doc.
Jackie, you don't sound up.
No, wait a minute, Doc. A lot of people didn't, took my points and made some good points that I was going to make. But like the last caller said, look how many games Patrick Mahomes have only won by 2, 3, or 1.
Right.
And I'm cool with that. I'm cool with us winning by the 1. But this is the thing I looked at today. Our offense, it's like you've seen them start clicking, and then for some reason, it's like they go away from what was working. I mean, I feel like all the quarterback runners, when you have a quarterback like Jaden Daniels, people are going to always be skeptical anyways because they know he can run. I just feel like the design run sometimes is unnecessary because he had people open if he would have just been able to throw the ball. Now, I want to make a point about, remember when we had the Saints 3 and out? Guess who comes in and get a flag? Hands to the face. Benjamin St. Juice. So now, automatic first down.
Yeah.
I'm like, we hurt ourselves all across the board today with the penalty and offense, man. The penalties got to stop. Like, I don't know what, Cliff and them got to do, but Cliff got to come get in his bag next week. And these penalties, they got to stop, dog. I mean, I don't know, dog. What you think? I'm happy we got the win, but I'm just like,
don't
this game should have been a
apologize.
blowout.
No. Don't apologize for perfection or your desire to be perfect. But you're talking about house cleaning. We were sloppy. And we're not going to beat the Eagles that way. Whenever I talk about, it's called constructive criticism for a reason. Because you're talking about your own team, your own family.
But like you said, like the caller said before, he said, why do we play down to the talent of who we're playing? Earlier in the year, you realize we didn't do that. If you was a bad team, we showed everybody you was a bad team.
Right.
And we put our foot on their neck. It's like now they're starting to show up. Nah, Cliff, keep being a dog. Keep putting your foot on their neck, man. Anyways, Doc, I'm going to take the win. I just wasn't happy that the offense didn't produce like they normally should have, but it is what it is.
Take the W.
Have a good holiday.
K9 for life. Appreciate you, man. Thank you.
Yep.
Jack A, love that. D, CG up in Rocky Mountain.
Yes, sir.
What's up?
Hey, love you, legend.
Hey, man.
Everything you done for the game and for our team, man. I got to watch all you do, including Joe Thiesman returning punts and kickoffs.
Oh, yeah.
With one ball.
Hey, Joe was in town. The Army Navy, if I can just throw that out. Just a couple
Oh,
things
yeah.
I wanted to shout out. And forgive me, I meant to open with this. Shout out to the Washington Capitals for just being monstrous on the ice. You talking about kicking tail and taking names. When you come out and play like the Capitals perform with one of the badasses of all time not available, and that's how you show up? You show up and show out on the ice. I have a hard time walking on the rink. They out there skating, full contact. And what I love about hockey, all the violence is being removed from the NFL is in the NHL. So I get my fix now of hockey since the soft-ass NFL is going to all this stuff they're going to. It's going to be almost flagged. So I'm okay with it now. I don't even care anymore because I get mine on the puck. And our team is in first place with a bionic player on the mend. You can't make this up. Our coach, they got a system, front office, Monumental's on fire. Everything about them is first class. And I'm going, hey, man, I'm not complaining. I couldn't be happier. Go take your little flags.
And young players with veterans.
Oh, man. And you know what I want? I just want the people to show them love. You done followed a rotten program for years the way it was. Now they got a first-class operation. Show them some love. That's all I'm saying. Show them some love.
That's right.
But I'm not going to beat my boys. These young fellas up here, they won. And they're learning how to win. And we're no longer caught with sewage around us. It's a program. We got to learn how to win the right way. And I trust them. Because I tell you what, if they don't learn from this, Philly will teach them a lesson that only you can learn. Like your parents used to tell you, go get me a switch. See, sometimes you got to be, remember in my generation, they told you to go get the weapon that was going to tear your behind up. So if they don't look at this film, if Kingsbury don't look at this and realize it on his own, then the Eagle defense got something for him. That's all I'm saying.
Stop playing with your food.
There you go. That's right. Stop playing with your food. Remember when they told you that there was somebody in another country?
I'm going to say 4 names. Yeah. I'm going to say 4 names. They never thought their names would ever be on the radio.
Yeah.
Harrison Buckner, Cameron Dicker, Paul McCullough, Cam Fairbairn. These are the 4 top kickers in the CFL.
That's right.
Go get one of them.
Wow.
The last one, Fairbairn, he's been known for kicking 50-plus yard field goals accurately. Harrison Buckner's most accurate.
Yeah. Kicking something,
to my understanding, that's the CFL, so there's no tampering.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I was lucky got to play with the MVP, Mark Mosley. We didn't have to go through that.
Okay.
Hey, Slim.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate you, man. All that you do. K9 for life. Jonesy. We got time to get to Jonesy? Okay, Jonesy. K9. Jonesy must have fell asleep. Jonesy going once. All right, we go to.
Hey,
okay.
Jonesy is still here. My fault. The phone was just muted.
Okay.
Listen, I was out there at the corner pocket with Nail.
Oh, you was out there with the 27-year-old?
Yes, indeedy, man.
Oh my God! I heard him screaming, and
don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Denton Day kept him grounded.
Well, thank God Denton was with him. You can't send him to any remote by himself if there's food there. No, I'm serious.
Yes, indeed.
Because you blow the whole budget for the remote. Yeah.
Indeed, wings are out of this world. But Doc, I just had one small issue with the team today. I'm glad we got the W. We gotta stick to the run. You're right. The identity, if we want identity, we're gonna say the run is the identity. They gotta stick with the run. Cannot
No. We said that. We as a base. They ain't said. Have you heard them say it?
No.
Oh, okay. I thought I missed it. See,
Indeed,
I thought I missed
they don't
it.
stick with it.
I don't. Yeah. Okay. I thought I missed it. I ain't heard them say nothing. And even if they said it, I wouldn't listen to them. Show me who you are. Don't tell me who you are. I don't need you to tell me who you are. You show me who you are.
Exactly.
Yeah, you show me who you are.
We cannot deal with the Eagles playing like that, the way we did today. Sloppy on a couple of both sides of the ball. We're letting people run up the gut loose. That cannot be tolerated. We got to handle that. I'm sorry. I need to see a difference the next time next week when we play. But Louisville, that's a
love it.
Man, I love number 4, man.
I mean, Armstrong.
We need more like him.
Let me tell you, we got people. They hunting. They come.
Yeah.
I'll give them that.
Yeah.
They come.
Yeah.
I ain't mad at them. We just gotta get. I tell you what. We just need another contest. We got a victory. I swear, I'm not going to be critical after a victory. I got to at least enjoy it for the moment. Otherwise, I'm ignorant. Because as bad as this program has been and what I've had to endure, who am I to be acting an idiot after a victory? And I just had to deal with 4 years of garbage. To break we go. Hang in there with us. Burgundy Gold Postgame Live.
Handoff, throws to the end zone. Touchdown, McLaurin with his second of the day.
Scary. He's no joke, folks. You know, he is better than advertised. We're used to people being overrated or underrated. He's better than advertised. Bad man.
I can't believe Doc, you and I fielded all these callers all off season. We're saying Terry's not a wide receiver one. Terry's not a wide receiver one. Look at him now.
Well,
keep saying that, please.
But half of, again, the state of the mind of the large majority of our callers are in when they call us.
Fair.
To be honest.
Fair.
A lot of it's on the weekend. Some of it's late night. You know, some of our boys been,
It's true.
So, but again, everybody's entitled to their opinion. He showed us, to me, he's a contortionist based on the bad balls that he has had to catch, and he's caught a large majority of them. Not the Jeffersons, and we saw Cincinnati, Dallas, that was an exhibition. But they've been together for like 6 years now. If you look what's going on in Minnesota right now, there's some passing clinics.
Oh, yeah.
Being put on display right now.
It's insane, man.
But what we have here, to me, is because this kid throwing it, you never know where he's throwing it from. He's driving people nuts. If we protect him and give him, we can't allow people to make him the bullseye.
Yeah.
If we drop back all the time, he's a bullseye.
Mm-hmm.
But if we putting that in somebody's gut and then forcing their eyes to go somewhere other than him, then I think we're capable of beating anybody. But if we go out and it's just a Jaden Dent, no way.
Right.
No way.
One player can't affect the football game, especially,
Show that today.
Yeah.
We were the Saints. They're terrible.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody don't let a 27-year-old kid talk you into thinking you just played the fearsome foursome. All right. That's his he'll do. He's a WWE hype man. Ain't nowhere in the world nobody gives a damn about New Orleans pass rush. Half their sacks get after everybody's covered by 10 people and they roll and fall. And that's this. Nobody gives a damn about them at all. They cares about that's just bull malarkey. Let's go to Fairfax. Ram, welcome to Burgundy and Gold Post Game Live.
Hey, what up, Doc? You wore number 85 back in the day, right?
Well, I've worn several different numbers in my lifetime. What day? And what's the significance of it?
Well, we might have needed that 85 today to make some blocks.
Well, I thought they blocked well. When did they not block well to you?
Well, what I'm talking about is when we lost our center today.
We lost him last night. Our center, the guy came in. That's not the reason why, to me, our offense failed. Maybe you saw somebody. I might have missed something.
That caused a lot of dysfunction today.
Okay. See, I didn't know. I wasn't on the field level. And I couldn't hear that. And I haven't heard from anybody from there that was field level. They said, I'm just watching it from the tube, and I did not see. You might be absolutely right. But so what? We still, the New Orleans Saints had to play without their starting quarterback. Which would you rather do? Play without your center or your quarterback?
No, I'd rather play with my quarterback.
Thank you.
No, I got a win, which was great. Hopefully, we use this game as a prep for the next game. Because I think when we came out of the last 10-game, I'm a 10-day.
Just Slim, I got to let you go because you lost me. We didn't have a damn bye forever until now. So I don't know what you mean by the last one. See, sometimes that Johnny Walker, you could have been drinking red or blue, but it was good, do you? And don't get me off you, because Slim, I want to sound and feel like you sounded. You sounded great. So I just hope you're not driving. Chris in Fredericksburg, welcome to Burgundy and Gold Post Game Live.
Doc, I'm back again, man. I got with you before the break, man. Just giving praise to B-Rob and all of that, man. it's a pleasure, having a good team. But I will say this, man, we played today like we had a hospital gown on, man. We had part of our backside showing, man. We really did. And I'll say that because I'll say this, Doc, and I'm being serious, man. Okay. I really enjoyed the run game, but you're showing your insecurity in your run game when one guy has 21 attempts and the other two, Rodriguez and McNichols, only three attempts between both of them the whole game.
Slim, I thought Rodriguez had missed the bus to the game.
I don't know.
Yeah, I cannot figure that out, and I don't know. I'm going to ask J.P. Finley. Usually he'll do some charity work for us and feel sorry for us and tap in, because you got to have somebody boots on the ground just there to give you that information. I thought maybe he hurt himself in pregame.
We had 9 penalties, 84 yards.
Mm-hmm. That's not good.
We also had double the possession time. Then they had just over 19 minutes in possession. We had 40.
Yeah.
It's a complete insecurity.
No, it's criminal.
In stating your identity at this stage in the game. We came out like we wanted to hit McLaurin. That's great. Jayden can work just as good off of the decent running game rather than being our number one runner for the game. And we need to be more smart in the playoffs because other teams are seeing it, and they're seeing our backside show, man. We got to be
– You're strong, man. Strong call.
Yeah, man, we got to be strong in our attempts. We have to be secure in our identity at this point going into the playoffs.
Excellent call.
I understand there's struggles. I understand there's injuries, but we can forego a lot of those penalties if we put that ball on the ground.
Thank you. Appreciate that. That was a smart call. That was like clinical call. That was like coaching clinic call when he's on point. He's on point. That's like I thought of my boy from Akaki. That was on point. Andrew, Virginia Beach. We're jealous. Did you have some sand between your toes today? Andrew, was you on the beach today? Andrew?
Yeah, Doc.
Okay.
I was at. Now you can hear me. I was on mute. I watched that whole game, and I tell you, the Commanders are definitely coming ahead. I've been a Redskins fan for many years. Almost gave up on the team. And I had a neighbor who lived across the street, and he always go at other people, and he says, Dallas is going to win. Dallas is going to lose. I said, yeah, they're going to lose once we get a hold of that ball. And I said, then we start breaking loose on everybody. But I said, this was a hell of a game. And I said, we needed that. And I said, I'm glad that New Orleans got their ass handed to them.
Well, I don't know if they got it handed to them, but we won the game.
Oh yeah,
and that's priceless.
That quarterback, when he talked, when they drafted him, he flat out said, he says, I'm gonna win and make some plays for this team. And I said, well, they had who was it? They had 2 coaches. Both coaches could not do anything for the team. Then they had an owner, Dan Snyder, and I said, Dan Snyder ain't gonna do nothing with the team. I said he was forced to sell the team to somebody else because he got hit with a lawsuit. And I said, everybody knows that. And I said, now we go ahead and start a new chapter. And I said, now with the new owner, new coach, Dan Quinn, I said, give it credit to the team for making that win today. And I said, now if we can focus on Philadelphia, then we can beat them and then, move forward. But I think, in the long run.
Let's do one thing at a time. Let's get the team back from New Orleans. Let them go through that film, kick them in the behind watching that film, and then get that behind us and then move forward. Appreciate the phone call. Hang in there with us. Charles County is our next stop. Mark, welcome to Burgundy Gold Postgame Live.
Hey, fellas. Doc, I'm so old, right? I tell you what, I'm not ecstatic with the win. I'm ecstatic with the non-loss. I'm going to give you what I'm talking about. I was, halftime, I was going out to get the Christmas tree. Right? Then it started getting a little murky. I'm hesitating. Then it got down to the fourth quarter. I'm like, wow. And by the last play, they don't stop that 2-point conversion. I'm going to go out to get the tree.
Hey, Mark, you on a cell phone?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it sounds like it. We're going to have to let you go, Slim, but we can hardly hear every other word you're saying. Sound like he was in an outhouse.
Sounded like static electricity.
Like he was like wool. Like he must have been wearing a wool jacket or whatever. But we got nothing but love for you. But we couldn't do that to the listeners. Damascus, Christopher, welcome
Howdy
home.
there, Doc. How you doing there, Doc?
I'm good. We won, so I'm good.
Exactly. If I may, the boy, the defensive lineman for New Orleans, Bresci.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out Damascus, state champ, Damascus Hornet.
Yeah, no, you know what? One thing the Whale got right, he talked about him all week, and that young man, he's explosive. The Clemson Tiger, he's
Damascus Hornet.
That's high school.
State champ.
And college, but I tell you what, he's explosive.
There you go. Anyway, here's what I know. Skins won, Caps won, Georgetown won.
Hoyas.
Closed down Syracuse again. But what I don't know is, Doc, you said something yesterday, I think it was, and this is a new one. I don't know where you got it from. Something about Uncle Dick, tighter than Uncle Dick's hat band. If you can explain that one to me.
You know what?
I don't know. I've never heard that one. I've heard all the
tighter than Uncle Dick's hat band.
Tighter? What? You got to explain that. Anyway,
hat band.
Hat band.
Yeah, it's a hat
what
band.
What does that mean? That's a new one. Did you get that from Big John or what? Anyway, happy holidays.
No. I didn't get that from Big John. I got that from my own uncles or whatever. Tighter than
What does
Dick's
that
hat
mean?
band. I'll get you. Catch me on overtime on Saturday. We'll discuss it. Connecticut, Timothy, what up?
Doc, thanks for taking my call.
My man.
I've got one question for you.
Uh-huh.
How did we have double the time of possession of the Saints and just managed to eke out a 1-point win? That's what I find most perplexing about this game.
When you have time of possession and you don't score points, you're wasting possessions. It's amazing. There's no way in the world when Coach Sheehan breaks this down tomorrow, he's going to be baffled because it doesn't make sense. If you didn't watch this game and you just pick up the paper, the stats heads are going to blow their minds because on paper, this looks like New Orleans. How could you not have pulled this up? It's just weird. And that's why, what you see sometime and what you get. It's the way it goes. Turnovers change everything. Flipping fields change everything. So I'm not going to be the guy to break that down to that level, but I'd suggest that you listen to Brother Sheehan tomorrow, and I guarantee you he will have this thing broken down molecule by molecule.
All right. Thanks, Doc.
All right. You got it. Appreciate that. Yeah. Max, I can't think anybody else is going to do it. It's going to go through to break it down to that level.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah. Plus, I know he won big. I mean, he won.
Oh, had to.
Oh, man, he played hard.
Of course.
I bet he's going to be on fire tonight. We got time to get to Clinton?
Yeah.
All right, Tony, thanks for being patient.
Hey, Doc, question for you, man. Whatever happened, I'm listening to all these callers, man. Whatever happened to celebrating the W on the day that we get the W?
Well, because they're young. So you got to understand something, Tony. Young people have infiltrated talk radio.
It's killing me, man. They won the game.
It is what it is, dude. If
you got to lose the lead, you got to get a lead.
The youngest in charge movement crap. And now it's Toby, who is the youngest in charge.
We on pace, realistically, not pie in the sky. We're on a pace to win 11 games this year.
I know.
After this club, after the ownership or whatever we got right now, it heard a raving dumpster fire, and we are the Chiefs done won 8 games the way we just won yesterday. Ain't nobody talk like come on, man. Let the record speak for itself, man. Celebrate the W, man. We won the game. They did what they had to do. Saints, that last play was a team that had nothing to play for. Teams that had nothing to play for take those chances at the end of the game, and they didn't convert, and we stopped them. We won the game, man.
Yeah.
Celebrate the W, man. I don't understand what's wrong with this fan base. Always finding something to complain about, man. You go into the game to win the game, man.
We're not used to winning.
I mean,
you got to understand,
man.
we have more Bamas that are on the air discussing things. It's at an all-time high. So it'll work itself out.
They want to win like Madden, man. They want to win
but that's
big
all
plays,
they know.
big shot plays.
That's all they know. And that's all they know. Don't blame them for that. They don't. It's not their fault.
The Saints are an NFL football team too. They got players over there.
On no real field.
Yeah,
They've been
exactly.
playing imaginary ball. Everything is fictional. So it's cool.
Listen, how many people going to bed tonight talking about on the negative stuff, man? When you wake up and look at the record, they're gonna be 9-5 with two games that they're gonna be favored in.
24 hours, man. We're gonna do this. I can't wait to hear Victory Mondays.
That's it, man. That's what tomorrow. Tomorrow, Victory Monday, the sun's gonna rise with a W, man.
But we're not insane. We do evaluate what we see, and I'm telling you right now, if we don't talk about this realistically, you'll get your head knocked off next week.
Oh, you got to be realistic and call it like you said. I'm fully aware of that, but I want to celebrate the W on the day you get
hey, man, I can't wait to take a sip. You kidding me?
Oh, so the other caller already got that covered for you, bro.
Yeah, hey, my boy was feeling good. You know, as long as you're not driving, then I'm not. I'm not.
Hey, man,
I'm okay with it.
Man, he was all right no matter what happened.
Oh my
today.
God, this dude was he was right. I wish we had a new award. I wish we had a sponsor award for the right call of the day, because that brother right there.
Listen, that was definitely Johnny Walker Red. That wasn't no blue or green.
It wasn't blue. It wasn't blue.
It wasn't blue.
No, that was red.
written
That
all
was
over,
Johnny Walker Red. No doubt about it. Man, that dude was good, man. That was, that was really good. I appreciate that, man. Have a good evening. We go to break, okay, on this. And Kevin out of South Carolina, San Diego, Marcus in San Diego, you lucky skunk. 70 degrees, 12 months out of the year. Can you believe it? You could just hate their guts.
So jealous.
Weather,
it's frigid, man.
San Diego. Hang in there, Marcus. We'll be right back. You are accustomed to the treat we get every week when JP Finley joins us from the locker room. Don't expect it this weekend from New Orleans because when he's been with Brian Mitchell, and it's a homecoming for B. Mitch, and the food is so good there that I expect that JP is eating himself to death. And he might have taken a sip or two. JP's here? Is he got cleared? Okay, well, I didn't expect it. But JP, we won't hold you long because I can't imagine there's much left of you.
Here, I'll get him.
After
Doc, I am always here for you, sir.
No, but you had to chaperone the mayor of Plaquemine, Louisiana, and that had to be quite a chore. You survived B. Mitch in Louisiana.
Doc, the first time I saw B. Mitch on this trip was post-game. That was the first time I saw that dude. He's been on the go.
Yeah. Well, he's home. He's the mayor, unofficial mayor. Have you been on the buggy ride?
I did not take a buggy ride. I did go to a concert with Mitch Tischler. That was fun.
Big fella. Okay, good.
Played a little golf. Yeah, man. We had dude, it's one of these things where because they won, everything that happened seemed cool. But damn, if that's not the biggest collection of what ifs from a football game. Doc, if they lose that game, that clock stoppage thing goes absolutely nuclear, and that is a major problem for the NFL. But because a 2-point conversion doesn't connect, then you know what I mean? That's a wild what if.
The center playing without Badass, who woke up and was ill. From the television, I couldn't see that much disruption. Were there errant snaps? Were there things that you could see from your vantage point that caused the offensive line dysfunction?
Yeah, I mean, I think on the 4th and 1 that Jaden ended up doing that flip. I think that snap was not crisp, I would say.
Okay.
I think Dieter played okay. And dude, I saw Biadasz. He looked, that dude ain't feeling well. And I wonder if a couple of the other guys aren't feeling well. They just looked, you know how you look when you don't feel well? I got that vibe.
Yeah, I was going to tell you, those guys hang together like Hell's Angels. Right. How can one of them have something and nobody else have it?
Yeah, Cosby looked like he was fighting through it too. And, you're not able to establish a run at all in this thing. Jaden takes a bunch of sacks. When a guy gets sacked 8 times, that's not all on the O-line.
Right.
I don't think Cliff had his best game. Doc. I don't think Jaden held it a little long in a couple spots.
Yeah.
But, clearly it wasn't the O-line's best game. I think it's one thing if they knew they had to go to Dieter, if they found that out Thursday and game plan for it, but it's a much bigger challenge when you find that out.
Well, that helps me. It helps me digest it. I think AWatt, Max, I think we all digesting it a lot easier because it didn't make sense because the Saints, they got one really good player interior on the D-line, and nobody else is scared of them. Any other sack they got is because it was coverage related. They just don't have anybody that can beat you on their defensive line one-on-one that you're frightened over. Nobody. So I just what blew my mind. What the hell is going on? And then I said, well, maybe there's some disruption with the exchange with the center, and we're throwing it hell of a lot more than I would, but that's always. So I thought, well, JP can kind of clean it up. Anybody get the Ertz catch was dynamic, unbelievable. Any injuries we may not be aware of?
Ertz and Chin, both those, I'm sure TV showed it too. Both those hits look bad, man.
Mm-hmm.
And you hope those guys are okay. The rest of it, Mitch, were there any other injuries besides Ertz? And how Doc, sometimes you see guys leaving the locker room with a walking boot on, or notice a sling or something. I didn't see any of that.
Let's do this because I feel so bad because I know how fun New Orleans is, and I want to let you and the big guy go and get one last shot in your system before you take off. You probably staying overnight. So anyway, but thank you, man.
No,
this
I'm
means a
headed home
lot.
tonight.
You never neglect the littles. You always include us in what you're doing, and we appreciate it. Thank you.
Can I tell you something, Doc, real quick before you throw me off the air?
Well,
this is serious now.
Okay.
A member of the ownership team has told me repeatedly how much he loves when you and I chat post game.
Well, first of all, I appreciate you making that up to say that for us, because it does encourage us.
I'm not making it up.
Here on the JVs, we get a chance to hear that. No, all kidding aside, man, we do it for us because we believe in what we do, and we represent.
Yeah, I like talking to you after wins way better.
Yeah,
after losses,
I don't take losses well.
Know.
No, I'm not really mature enough to take losses well. I'm really immature when it comes to that, and I'm forcing myself to enjoy this for 24 hours, but I'm going to have a number of areas that I'm really pissed off about, but I'm going to be an adult and enjoy this because these are hard to get, man. It's hard to win.
Yeah, it's hard to win in this league. You know what I said is this team's got warts. They clearly have some stuff. Yeah. They've got some injuries now, but they got guts and they got a quarterback. And guts and a quarterback can do a lot.
That's right, and that's what, fellas, we've been talking about. You got to understand something. I know you know this, but poor A-Mac, his Giants are just awful. And it hurts me because they're where we were the last 4 years. And they're stuck in this. And there's no way out. And so seeing the pain he's in has really encouraged, me and Max to be upbeat. And, the fact that we're winning, we're winners, and we just know this is not easy to do.
Do you feel better now, Doc? Like just kicking me while
I'm not
down.
kicking you. We've been where you are.
Hey, Mac, did Tim Boyle play for you all today?
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. While Drew Lock, making $8 million, stayed on the sideline. I don't know what's going on. I'm so confused.
Yeah, good luck. They were flying another plane up there too.
Yes.
Fire everybody.
Yes.
Wow.
Good luck.
We've seen more planes than touchdowns this year.
Well, anyway, you guys are killing our ratings right now because nobody cares about the Giants. It's on our air right now. And JP, I feel awful. Thank you so much for all you do, and your charity work with us will not go forgotten. And if you see the guy with the huge head, please give him a dap for me.
Doc, you know how you can make it up to me?
Oh.
Just let me know when you're going to have your 2025 mock draft ready, and we'll promo it. We'll get with the marketing team. We'll have a commercial blitz for the 2025 mock draft. And if you don't mind, maybe what you think they should do in free agents.
I'll tell you what. If you get the big fella that with you, Mitch, you tell him if he'll join me with me on it, and we can get Kevin Sheehan.
Doc wants you on his mock draft.
I'm a mock draft with Sheehan and get Sheehan. Then and Lowell, then maybe we can consider it. In the meantime, say goodbye. Thank you.
Say hi to my guy Longfellow Tidwat.
Yeah, Tidwat, dude. Who I don't know who it is, and I don't want to know, but it is killing me. It's killing me. And wait till you hear Lowell tonight and how he went off. It was embarrassing. But then again, what's new?
I think it's a national show, so I'll be able to get it.
That's right, of course, because he's a national brand, so that'll be easy. Take care, brother. Nothing but love for you, man.
Love you,
Thank you.
See you, bud.
Tell you what, man, JP Finley. Wow. Seems like you've been around 50 years. Young man, old soul. Yeah, and it really is. He's a perfect combination for that. And San Diego, I promise you, San Diego. Now we're going to take you to San Diego. And Marcus.
Yes, sir, Doc.
Brother, what's the temperature there?
All right. First and foremost, greetings and salutations from the west side. My wind chill, Doc, is 60. It's 60. I'm 8 miles from the Imperial Beach Pier, South San Diego, baby. 619. You like me now? How you like me now, Doc?
Hey, man, been there, done. I love it. I mean, it's just you take it for
I
granted.
know you're a soul cowboy.
Yeah,
you're
but
a soul
you take
cowboy.
it for granted, though. But the one thing people don't understand, I used to watch Walter Cronkite in the CBS Evening News.
Yes, sir.
And the weather report, it was frightening. You'd see that, and you just, we had no snow. You have no
right.
hurricanes. You have now we do have earthquakes and the fires, but San Diego 7. It just never changed.
Doug, I saw the look on your face. You were sitting there imagining the warm sun on your skin. Like it took you back.
San Diego, man. San Diego is unbelievable. So what's on your mind, brother? You watched the whole game?
Yes, sir, Doc. Well, first and foremost, greetings and salutations. Happy holidays. And a little reminder to I'm 55, Doc.
Oh,
Loud and proud Puerto Rican.
You're an infant.
Yeah, Burgundy
you just
and
learned
gold.
how to walk,
Yes,
right?
yes, sir.
Okay. All right.
No, but Burgundy and gold since '81. So
perfect. Just in time. You saw the whole
yes, sir,
movement.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. I lived in D.C. for 20 years, and I was able to, relive the glory days with you.
Yeah.
And I had the pleasure to meet you at Davis Antenna after I think it was a 2-touchdown game that you had in Seattle.
Yeah, Davis Antenna. Remember that?
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
Davis Antenna. Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I had the pleasure to meet you again at the Hall of Fame for Art Monk's and Darryl Green's induction.
Oh man, what a weekend that was.
Yeah, we took over Canton that weekend.
Yeah.
Doc, I had Steeler fans and Packer fans coming up to us and saying, "You all took over more than any team had ever taken over Canton until that time."
You young fellas,
So that was
this is Hall of Fame talk.
Sleeping Giants.
This is
Yes,
like
sir.
at ceremonial deal. It was amazing.
It was glorious. It was glorious.
We're so lucky to have been there. Green and Monk. What a
beautiful.
I mean, it was just it was magnificent. Went back for
It was
Grimm.
perfection.
For Grimm. And
yes, sir.
I want to go back again. I want to go back for Jake and B. Mitch.
Yep.
I want to see the size of the when they give you it's so
but
they're gonna have a crane when they bring B. Mitch's the bus out. They're gonna
for the head.
because ain't nobody gonna be no human. They're gonna have to bring a robot or something out there to bring that, and I can't wait for that moment. Oh man, that's gonna be the funniest thing anybody's ever seen. But we just gotta wait it out. But the league, somebody up there hates us so bad. Hopefully that'll be with the Harris group. Hopefully we can overcome a lot of the foolishness, as Coach used to say, that has surrounded
Doc,
this organization.
Doc, I get fans from other teams that say it's an injustice that we had one of the best O-lines in the history of the sport and only one member is in it.
Yeah.
That's an injustice.
But that's how you know that it's staged and that it's an inside job, and hopefully we can get it done. But anyway, when are you back on the East Coast?
I'm here for good, Doc. I've done 2 tours of duty in the DC and the DMV. I lived over there for more than 20 years, so I'm out here for good. My lady's out here.
Oh, okay.
I'm settled, but Burgundy and gold till I die, Doc. And
God bless
I miss
you,
the
man.
boys coming out to San Diego. Now that they don't have a squad out here.
Yeah, if I could change one thing, I'd put the Chargers back in San Diego. And
Absolutely.
Then the world would be much better. Hey, brother, stay in touch,
Absolutely.
man. Number love with you. K9 for life.
Hey, real quick, Doc, if I may.
Uh-huh.
I just want to remind Burgundy and Gold Nation out there, this is the first time this team and franchise has been 9-5 since 1992, Doc.
Yeah, we know.
1992.
We've lived it, yes. Thanks for the reminder.
So, and then the number 2, that clock, go back. It was 4 seconds that they didn't count. It froze for 4 seconds.
Yeah.
So there was a
God.
little home cooking in New Orleans.
We won't have to deal
home
with
cooking.
that. Got to go, brother.
Yeah,
Up against the clock. God bless you. Good deal, Burgundy and Gold, till your blood run cold. B&G postgame live. Back in a moment.
hard today, all right? And it's funny, man, you talk about something in a week.
Man, those bring back great memories when you surrounded in the locker room after battle. Keynote in that was our time. Gotta love DQ, man. DQ doesn't always work. But when I love it when people take shots at him. Oh, lost in the Super Bowl. Yeah, most of the jackasses you've had here couldn't even get you to a playoff game. And you trying to clown him for a Super Bowl or a bad moment in the Super Bowl. Okay.
That wasn't even his fault, by the way.
No, it wasn't, but he was in it. DQ been in Super Bowls.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's in championship games. I mean, he didn't owe you anything, but all jokes aside, he's developing something. And a lot of our callers today, you were cognizant of the fact this is year one, man. Year one. I mean, they've already flushed the toilet on most of the people that were brought here. And can you imagine as they add another draft class
and free
agent class? Now you got people, before this was like radioactive area. Now you got people begging you, trying to get to you.
Like
sleeping in the car, driving over here.
I'm saying, like, I know we're not supposed to look ahead to the offseason.
No, and we're not specifically, but can we dream?
But yes, I am
just for the moment of coming off this
so excited.
Weird victory. For those that are in great doubt, if this is as bad as it gets, or it is, based on what you've just survived,
pumped to see where we go.
Come on, Slim. I mean, as much as I kid Lowell, I do understand that his raw, emotional, he spills his guts because he's committed.
He cares.
He cares, man. He ain't playing.
Lives and dies with it.
Because if you're 27 years old, he's seen nothing. I mean, he's seen nothing. Those of you that took the Steelers over Philly tonight,
good luck to
hope
you.
you didn't bet high.
TJ Watt just went down too.
I hope that's not serious.
Me too.
I hate to see great players. I didn't see any player injured.
Myles Garrett went down today too.
Oh, I hope it's not bad.
Me too.
Man, watching, there's just like 10 people in the league that I would, if it were pay-per-view, and I think it's going to, in our lifetime, I think we'll see this. It'll be pay-per-view just to see certain people play. To me, because I got to see him.
Yeah.
I don't care if he's on a stinking team.
ISO Cam,
Myles Garrett, TJ Watt. It's the same thing with, and I mentioned him quite often here recently, when the Rams, they had the best defensive player in the world. And they weren't great all the time, but he was. And how they have morphed on without him in 1 year.
It's pretty impressive.
Drafting, selecting, getting young people, and they're bringing it. They made a few moves. I see our front office. I see this happening here.
Mm-hmm. They have
like
a plan
that.
For who they draft.
Yeah, and we didn't get a chance to. We've had now a player quit during the game, which now this is another generational deal. You young people have forced this. That's what they get for playing y'all young. NIL. This is what's going to force this. Ain't nobody quit it in my generation.
No.
Because you was damn lucky not be broke while you were playing.
That's right. You'd be exiled.
So ain't nobody walking off nowhere. These kids now making so much money early in their life. Can you imagine quit in a game? Brother on the sideline say, "Hey, Slim, we need you in there." Yo, Slim, I'm out. What? And walked off the field.
Because he got replaced by Dre Greenlaw,
who was better than him. And now this brother can play. Now he's a Pro Bowl guy.
Yeah.
He wasn't no bum.
Yes.
He can play, and yet in the game, that's a lack of commitment to your teammates in a way that I didn't quite register to. Because I'm from the poverty-driven era where you were playing for money to survive. These dudes are paid. It's a whole new ball game. And once you put money into it, you're harder to coach, harder to manage. Everything's harder. That's why people say, Belichick, you can go back, you can go to UNC, you can go to any ABC. It's a different animal, Slim. With her last generation, they kind of ruled through intimidation. And you had something the collegiate kid wanted that you held dangling off him. Oh, you want to go to the pros?
Yeah, the
well, then have your behind here at 6 a.m., lift weights, go run the hill, run the mountain, blah, blah, blah. Now, guy drive up, he drive up in a Maserati.
He's driving up in a Hellcat.
Yeah, he might. Pretty soon, they'll be taking helicopters. Yeah, I'm telling you, think it's funny.
No, like Juan Soto just got paid $765 million. Yeah, I believe it.
And there was dialogue about a suite. It was that monumental money talking about, well, one's going to give me a suite. Give you. And they said, well, we'll give you a deal on it. Man, that's the craziest negotiation of my lifetime.
It's nuts.
And they were serious.
Yeah.
Well, Joe DiMaggio didn't get one, and Eric
Jeter, no.
And here's the thing about the Yankees that I respect. They expected you to care about that. That it matters. That's what separates them.
Yeah.
No facial hair. And nobody has facial hair.
It's
pull that off in this me generation.
Right.
Whole bunch of whales running around. What about me? Look at me. I'm a model. I'm a brand. The Yankees say shave or get the hell off the team.
Yeah.
And everybody rolls with it. And then they said to Juan, well, wait a minute. Jeter didn't get one.
Juan said, I'm not Derek Jeter.
Didn't matter to him.
Yeah.
Some of that's cultural. I'm just telling you, it's harder now to manage and to motivate, but we got to win tonight under unusual circumstances, and I'll take it because it's a W. And I don't even want to imagine. I'm sure the whale will do that all week about what happened if it had, blah, blah, so he can torture you with bad thoughts and scare you. And he's got a scare technique guy. But it took a lot to secure victory. Talk about and think about what it did to secure victory and the people that made plays and to play without Tyler Badass. He didn't play in the game. He was sick. And don't forget what J.P. Finley shared with us.
Yeah, that was eye-opening.
He didn't have an ACL injury. This sounded viral.
Mm-hmm.
He's in a room with the rest of them big dudes.
Yeah.
And they didn't play their best game.
No, and Cosme was also noticeable. So him saying that Cosme
this was a bug.
It's
a bug.
Something's going.
Yeah, it's a bug. Wouldn't put it past me because I think this way. Maybe it's planet. Maybe somebody from New Orleans was smart enough to say, well, listen, because all the food.
Bioweapon?
Hey, man, I'm just saying. I bet you Mitch agrees with me out in New Jersey. Mitchell, what you say, man? Did they poison us in New Orleans?
A win's a win. We'll take it. All right? Jalen's playing good, looking good.
Brother, I'm going to have a sip in your honor tonight because it's a victory sip. And when the Junkies hit the air tomorrow, it's a victory Monday. And that's all that's all I'm about. It's a victory Monday.
And you can say the coach for the Orleans was playing for his job, huh? Well, it didn't work.
No, it didn't. You know why? It deserves to lose it if he had Rattler healthy and he opted not to start him for the dude he had in the game. Why?
Well, so
give me the backstory.
Well, we talked about this a little, or they talked about this a little bit during the show.
Who is they?
Denton brought up that Jake Haener went to Fresno. He's a Fresno guy. So without Dennis Allen, Derek Carr might have put in a word and was like, "Hey, this guy's got the goods." And we saw he did not, in fact, have the goods. So
should have been the number 2. That's why he's number 2 over the 3. Anyway, happy holidays.
Happy holidays, Mitchell. Mitch. Oh, in the weekends, Mitch had his babysitting. I don't know who in the hell would trust Mitchell with a child, but they actually he had an infant or some small child with him. I said, Lord have mercy. Who would have done that? But it's a good man. Our weekend crew, man, we got gladiators. It's that have to check this out. So we're lucky. Burgundy and Gold game day presented by Rude. Is your cooling system letting you down? Score a touchdown with Rude and experience peak performance. Dominate the season with unmatched cooling power and visit RUUD.com. If it ain't Rude, it ain't right. Our winners, hardest working player of the game today, and I agree. Well, we had the window of opportunity market. We had Mikey Standard still with that hardest working. We decided to go with Terry. Were you unanimous on that?
I was gonna say I don't know if we're unanimous on that.
We didn't close that. We need to close that.
Well, because I give it to 5. That's who I'd end up giving it to. JD5. I give it to QB.
Okay, good. I'll never argue that because he touched the ball more than Terry did.
It's true.
And I'll tell you what he did.
Distributing the ball was
because
really
he avoided danger. He got out of danger with his legs
quite a few times
in a way that I think it would have been catastrophic. The guy, non-mobile quarterback, would have been butchered. Because as much as I don't think the Saints are anything special at all with their front, they're active enough. A ball batted down, a sack fumble, might have turned the game around a little bit. So JD5, I have no problem with that, dude. The way you ball out, I mean, I have no problem with that at all. The hardest working player of the game is Jaden Daniels, presented by Miss Utility. Remember to contact Miss Utility before you dig. Every dig is the law. Visit missutility.net or call 811. And we love that, man. We got 2 good players. I don't care if you have Vince Lombardi on the sidelines. Unless he's a player coach, you win because you have better players. And this dude with 5, he's absolutely freakish. He's running around making people can't catch him.
Dude, he looks like a kid playing flag football.
You can't. I mean, you want to know what a difference maker looks like? Look what it was like when you didn't have him.
Yeah.
You know,
look back 1 year. Oh, what a difference it makes.
And also organizational wise, take a bow.
Yeah, seriously.
He could have very easily been in Chicago. Look how his fate would have been changed. You know? You want to know how bad we've been? Look at Chicago. It's an absolute dumpster fire.
It rolls downhill.
Yeah. And if I was, listen, and that young man at quarterback, he is spectacular.
He's great.
Dude. But he can't even, his superpowers
can't do it all.
Are diminished in Chicago with the Bears because they're terrible. And that's with a better roster. They have better roster than we do.
Better roster, better defense.
They got better and had the game here. Took a Hail Mary to beat them. Just when you want to put yourself in perspective as to, well, how good are we? This is the question. That's what we are. We could be, you know?
Yeah, that Hail Mary, it feels like it was a changing of the guard type thing.
Yeah, and looking at, since the drumstick has been devoured, look how the real studs of the game are stepping up now. And I'll be honest with you. It took everything in my soul not to take the Niners over the Rams. But I took the Rams. And that was a rock'em sock'em deal. And the dude quits during the game. And the 49ers are gladiators, but they're falling down. And then here you get Debo Give me the ball. Well, we gave it to you, Slim.
And dropped.
And you dropped it. And it was a touchdown. So when you get the chatty wideouts, you better learn to respect and adore the guy you have. Scary.
Mm-hmm.
Scary got neglected for 3 weeks. You didn't hear a word out of him.
Yeah, we were talking about that earlier, me and Max, of like, even when he had the bad quarterbacks, like Scary wasn't demanding the ball. Scary wasn't.
Scary. You need Scary on Capitol Hill. That's the kind of dude he is. No, I'm serious. You talking about somebody for the people, somebody that's selfless, somebody that cares about the right thing, ain't into nothing crazy. This dude's special, man. He's special.
Best teammate on the team, man. Or, well, we got a great team full of teammates, but he's a cut above.
For his now, the position takes a bad rap often.
Especially,
some really good dudes play wide out, and you're not gonna win without one. That's the thing about their position, because they can come to. I mean, T.O. was T.O. bad boy. I mean, some bad dudes now.
He was a monster on and off the field.
Yeah, but winning and the way Terry blocks, and the kidney injury. I don't know. I don't know why there's not more. The second one we've heard now. Second kind of you hear kidney injuries and
it's a weird one.
It's a weird one. The thing even going on now with Randy Moss, and we're praying for him.
Of course,
that's not normal. That's
no.
Yeah. But you would think it would be more commonly discussed. This is a brutal game. That's why, as much as we joke around, don't take this for granted, because it is a sport you could literally die playing.
Unfortunately, we've seen it.
And it has happened.
Yeah,
it doesn't happen on the but I go shout out. I know Madison lost. Some friends of mine over there do a great job, and they're not the only ones that lost. Others lose. Nothing like losing in championship play. Got some fierce competitors going on now. It's it goes without saying, man. This is a beautiful time of the year, and shout out to the youth coaches laying it on the line, man, developing. Without this, looking at the Heisman ceremonies every year, I think about all the youth coaches that were involved in and making this happen, and young people coaching, developing them. You can't help but hear the stories, man. And I don't think I'll ever miss that show. Have you missed one lately? The Heisman ceremony, the show, the stories?
Great. So there were some great stories this year.
Yeah, great stories and great time. Well, fellas, we're closing in on it. And it's been a blast.
We survived.
Yeah, we survived it without heavy metal. He won't like to hear it. He won't like to hear it that we actually survived without him.
I think he'd be happy we got
Oh,
along.
no. The big fella, he'll be proud of us.
Yes.
You ain't going to meet a better team guy.
That's right.
Than heavy metal. Big fella, man. Love it, man.
Retweet.
Yeah, he is he's a special dude. Giants may get a win. Maybe. God bless all of you. Burgundy and gold till my blood run cold.